Is Assassin's Creed Odyssey better than Origins? Today, we're diving into the fascinating worlds of ancient Egypt and ancient Greece, where legendary assassins walked the sands and sailed the seas. But which game reigned supreme in the Battle of the Ages? That's the burning question we'll be answering in this video. So grab your hidden blades, grab some iced coffee, and let's get started.
Hang on!
First, let's dive into the aspects that make Odyssey stand out from its predecessor. In Odyssey, you get to dive into side quests with dynamic choices that produce different story outcomes. This not only adds depth to the gameplay, but also gives you a chance to channel your inner comedian or drama queen.
You killed his mater and f***ed his pater.
But the prophecy said Pater would scream to the gods in agony.
Oh, he screamed, but not in agony.
Odyssey encourages you to think carefully about your decisions, or at least chuckle when things go hilariously sideways.
I can't get the image out of my head. I don't want to see anymore. Ah! I'm blind, Miss Theos. Are you happy?
One example is the Delian Rebellion questline with Kira's pirates, where you can choose different paths and experience varied consequences. Will you be the hero they need, or the reason they're walking off a cliff with nothing left to live for? Another example is the Blood Fever quest on Kefalonia, where you must decide whether to spare or execute a sick family, ultimately affecting the fate of the entire island. Will you be the compassionate savior or the harbinger of doom, leaving the island's inhabitants wondering if they've accidentally stumbled into a horror movie? The choice is yours, and Odyssey makes sure it's an entertaining ride. Now let's talk about the juicy main storylines. Odyssey's plot is like an ancient Greek soap opera revolving around a family drama where siblings are caught up in a cult. With your brother or sister playing the main villain, you're on a quest to redeem them, adding a heart-wrenching emotional layer to the game. Who doesn't love a good redemption arc, right? On the flip side, Origins is more like a straightforward revenge tragedy. It's a classic tale, sure, but it lacks the depth and complexity that Odyssey brings to the table.
I bludgeoned Medunamun with this.
I hate that we have to do these things. But I'm grateful that you did.
If I am honest, I took pleasure in it.
So, if you're looking for a game that keeps you on the edge of your seat and occasionally makes you yell "no way" at your screen, Odyssey's got your back. Next, Odyssey cranks up the fun by giving you, the player, the power to make your mark on ancient Greece. With more agency and story choices, you can finally answer the age-old question: what would I do if I were a legendary assassin in a toga? Odyssey's branching story paths let you shape your adventure based on your decisions, making for a truly immersive experience that might just make you question if you're secretly a descendant of Zeus.
This is for you.
Give it here. Is this some kind of joke? This is a cast of someone's dick. What's this engraving? This is for your wife, Thalia, for when she starts to miss me. Tell me now, who said this?
Do you know a man named Theodoros?
Theodoros. He'll pay for this with his life. I'll destroy his men. I'll destroy his ship. He'll regret ever touching Thalia.
Origins, on the other hand, follows a more linear narrative. While still enjoyable, it might leave you feeling like you're just going through the motions. So if you're the type of player who craves the freedom to choose your own path, create your own unique journey, and occasionally cause ancient Greek mayhem, Odyssey is the game where you can let your inner mischievous deity shine. Let's talk about Naval Combat. Have you ever secretly wanted to channel your inner pirate and command your own ship? If so, Odyssey is your ticket to ride the waves and unleash your inner sea captain. That, or you could play Assassin's Creed Black Flag. With a full naval exploration and combat system, you can explore the world by sea, engage in thrilling battles, and show off your prowess on the open waters. Plus, you have a hilarious ship captain named Barnabas to keep you on your toes. On the other hand, Origins seems to have missed the boat on this one. Get it? Naval Combat is only present in 2 brief gameplay sections in the main story. It's like being teased with a tiny taste of the ocean, only to be left longing for more. So if you're itching for high-stakes, swashbuckling adventures and want to leave your mark on the Mediterranean, Odyssey is the game that'll have you hoisting your sails and diving into the action. Now let's talk about the ability to choose your character, because who doesn't love a bit of customization? While not as comprehensive a character creator as other RPGs, Odyssey does allow you to choose either a male or female protagonist. In contrast, Origins has you locked into playing as a male character, Bayek, with just a few short sections as Aya, his wife. Sure, Bayek is a cool guy, but for those who prefer the option to play as a fierce female lead, Odyssey delivers the goods, giving you the freedom to choose your own hero or heroine. On top of that, Odyssey offers dialogue options to the player, so you can roleplay and shape Alexios or Cassandra into the character you want them to be. By contrast, Bayek is a set-in-stone protagonist who cannot be shaped by the player in any way, save for cosmetic outfit choices. At this point, you can probably tell I lean more towards Odyssey, but let's jump over to the other side and explore the aspects where Origins truly outshines its sequel. Ancient Egypt is a more interesting setting to explore than ancient Greece. If you're a history buff or a fan of exploring exotic locations, you're in for a treat with Origins. This game lets you explore the vast, mysterious world of ancient Egypt with its awe-inspiring pyramids, breathtaking deserts, and iconic landmarks. You can almost feel the scorching sun on your face and the sand between your toes as you uncover hidden tombs, ancient treasures, and maybe even a mummy or two. Who wouldn't want to channel their inner Indiana Jones, right? While Odyssey's ancient Greece has its charms, think stunning temples, epic statues, and plenty of olives, there's something undeniably alluring about the land of the pharaohs and hieroglyphs. So overall, Origins offers a more interesting setting to explore. Also, Origins is closer to the traditional Assassin's Creed games. For players hoping to recapture the nostalgia of early AC games, while neither of these games really hit the mark, Origins is definitely closer to the classic AC experience. There is a greater focus on action, parkour, and building a brotherhood of assassins. The story itself seeks to tell the origin of the Assassin Order, with a lot of Easter eggs and references to lore from the earlier games. By contrast, the protagonist in Odyssey isn't even an assassin. You don't have a hidden blade, instead you wield the broken spear of Leonidas. And while you do spend time tracking and assassinating members of a cult, similar to the Templars, Odyssey doesn't feel as connected to the lore of the Assassin's Creed games when compared to Origins. The game's emphasis on action and traditional Assassin's Creed gameplay mechanics may appeal more to fans of the earlier Assassin's Creed games who prefer a more straightforward story and focus on stealth and combat. In terms of the RPG elements, Odyssey offers more player agency and freedom, allowing players to make choices that affect the story and game world. The dialogue system is also more robust, allowing players to choose their characters' responses and shape their personalities and relationships with other characters.
You're going to kill me with your lust.
Nonsense! I'm going to make you an elixir that will give you the vigor of a man a fraction of your age.
God save me. I cannot do this anymore.
Your husband is tired. Allow me to satisfy your hunger.
I've never been with a mercenary before. Very well, let's see what you're made of.
This creates a more personalized experience that is unique to each player. At the end of the day, I personally prefer Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Being a big fan of RPGs, I love having the option to make big story choices and chart my own path in ancient Greece. The more linear story of Origins just doesn't appeal as much to me. So which game do you think is best? Are you an Odyssey stan like me, or do you think Origins deserves the title of best? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more RPG videos and reviews. Big shout out to all the channel members for supporting my content. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.